All right, 2 shots of sauce. And today we're going to be doing what? MLS 2020 Cup predictions?
Something a little bit different, you know.
We're going to talk about the playoffs. And we don't really do the podcast too much anymore, so I feel like this is a way to keep it alive.
And this will be quick, by the way.
Yeah, this isn't going to be like a regular pod. It's just going to be, about the predictions.
The playoffs, yeah. Should we go right into it?
Yeah, I think we should go right into it. You want to talk about this first conference?
Yeah, basically before we start, though, there's one little rule you have to know. So basically, all the higher seeded teams host. So basically, if you're number one seed, you're going to be hosting the whole entire thing if you make
The
it
whole
to the
entire
end.
thing. Is that because of COVID?
Well, if they make it to the end.
Mhm.
Before, it used to be a two-leg system.
Yeah, for the home field advantage.
Yeah, then they changed it last year. Now they're just keeping with it. And I kind of like that.
I like that too. I kind of
brings-
actually feel that makes more sense.
It brings a suspense to the game, when there's only one
Okay.
game on the line. So that's one thing you have to know. Now, let's go straight into
I
it.
think we should go right into it. Yep. Let's start with the Eastern Conference.
The play-in rounds.
Which is another weird thing, because you only have the play-in rounds for the Eastern Conference and not for the Western.
Yeah, it's very weird, dude. The whole entire setup's weird.
It's different now.
Yeah, in the Western Conference, too, it's not based off points.
Mhm.
It's based off points per game.
Exactly.
So you have a team like the Colorado Rapids, which has very little points, but they made it into the playoffs because they're points per game.
Exactly. It's a weird thing, but it's probably only for the season. It's going to be set up like this.
Yeah,
Due to
dude.
the COVID and whatnot.
Yeah, dude. But first,
The play-in round for the Eastern Conference.
We
Spit
got-
me some fire.
Inter Miami, 10th seed, versus
Mm-hmm.
Nashville SC, 7th seed. Both of them being expansion clubs as well. It's kind of weird how that pinned out.
See, I have some stats written down right here. I have Inter Miami won 4 of their last 8.
Haven't looked convincing, dude.
I don't know how far they would actually make it.
Dude, especially with, Higuain came in,
Mhm.
Matuidi came in. You thought
Exactly.
they were going to be good.
Which I've said from day one, Matuidi is the best name in the game. He might not be the best player, but that is a sick name. If he was going to customize his license plate, it would definitely be something about Tweety Bird.
It is a sick name, though, but is he producing? That's the question.
And that's the thing. He may have his moments of brilliance, but I do not see him as being a big piece to the puzzle for Miami.
Yeah, dude. Then we have Nashville.
That's the thing. Nashville, they're your 7th seed, and I don't know what to say about
It's
them.
a weird predicament because their defense is very good. Third best in the
It's
league.
okay, don't worry. But
And third worst offense in the league.
And that's the thing. You would hope it would counter each other,
Yeah.
contradict itself.
Yeah, they're good on one paradigm, but in the other paradigm, they're very bad.
Exactly. The problem is if you flip the quarter, you're going to get one of those sides. Only half the team's going to show up that night when you need them to.
Very
and that's
true.
something that I've seen from Nashville all season long.
Yeah, this game, it's going to be low scoring.
Mhm.
What do you have?
What, for the first game?
Prediction.
Well, yeah. Personally, I think Nashville will take this.
I think so, too.
I think Miami will put up a bit of a fight in the beginning, but I think by the end of this, I think Nashville's going to walk out. I don't think they're going to make it too far in the playoffs, but I think when it comes to Miami, I think they might actually have this just in the bag.
Yeah, I think Nashville's going to win this 1-0.
Me too.
Basically, just squeeze out a victory, dude.
Exactly.
Now we're on
Now we have
to...
a New England Revolution, your 8th seed, versus the Montreal Impact, the 9th seed. But the question is, how much of an impact will the Montreal Impact make?
Not that big, dude.
Not
and just
that
for
big.
clarification, this is a playing round as well.
Yes, I should start with that.
The Impact, they just haven't been convincing. They
No.
kind of sucked all year, to be honest. Thierry Henry hasn't made that much of a difference on their squad as
Exactly.
a coach. And
And that's something that's really going to hurt them as they go on with this.
yeah, Bojan has been heating up as of
Mhm.
late, scoring some bangers. I think 4 goals on the season so far. But in order for them to actually go far in this, Kyoto, he's got to show up.
See, my biggest problem with the Revs is Bo and Gill are going to have to show up.
Yeah, for
They've
sure.
won,
dude.
what, one of the last 5?
Yeah.
And
See,
that's
the
something
thing.
alarming coming into this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Carlos Haley, he's been injured for most of the season.
Exactly.
But now that he's back, as you said, they're not playing that good.
they
But they have
aren't
been looking
playing that
better.
good. Is it one of their last 5?
I think so.
Continue. I'm going to find this quick.
Something like that. But I can see, actually, with the Revs, I could see them being a dark horse, in this tourney.
I don't think the Revs have it. Yeah, they won one of their last 5s.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because, you had Bruce Arena as their coach, super experienced, in the playoffs with the LA Galaxy, winning, I think, 3 championships with them. And, who knows, maybe he'll do the same with them.
if I were to make this is a hot take, and I don't really have too much faith in the Revs, but if I were to make a prediction, I would say 2-1.
I would say 2-0 Revs.
Really?
I just can't see Montreal doing it, especially with the home field advantage. That's such a big thing.
Yeah, but there's no fans in the stadium.
Still, though, with the dimensions of the field and everything, it still makes such a big difference.
Yeah, that's a true statement. Because, see, typically I watch more hockey, and the dimensions of everything is always the same. It's not like baseball or something.
Yeah, here it's different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
So that definitely comes into play because even there's, home ice advantage, it's really the same ice when you have no fans there cheering you on.
Very true, dude. Should we go to the first round of the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, let's go for it, man.
So we got number 1 seed Philadelphia Union, the Supporter Shield winners, versus an unknown because we don't know who's gonna win this. But our prediction,
granted, with our prediction, if it is the New England Revolution,
they would be playing that.
you would have Philly versus the Revolution.
You would. You know, Philly did just beat the Revs 2-0. I think that was the last game of the season.
And they won the Shield, no?
Yeah, they won the Shield. That's actually the first silverware ever. Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that, but I did see a picture with one of the players, and he's like, oh, sorry about that. He's like holding it, and it looks so photoshopped.
Oh, I think that was Aronson, yeah.
Was it photo? It's not photoshopped.
No, I don't think it's photoshopped.
Doesn't it look so photoshopped?
It did. That photo did look photoshopped.
I mean, dude, I don't know. It looked weird. Everything about it was weird. But
Looked a
anyway,
little
they
bit
did
phony.
win the Shield, but I don't know how much the Shield's going to help them going into this.
Yeah,
You know,
it
really has nothing to do with this. You know, hopefully it gives them some momentum, but other than that, I don't think it's going to do anything. But with that being said, I have right here, Philly only did lose 4 times this season.
That is pretty
And that's a
impressive,
very
dude.
good stat to have under your belt.
Yeah, only 4 times.
Exactly.
You know, that the odds are in
So you're
your
hoping
favor.
they can use that momentum and the pride of the Shield, use that fact that I just said about the 4 times, and maybe they can make a push here. Maybe they can finally do something great here. Add some more silverware to that cabinet.
Especially with their homegrowns too. You know, you see McKenzie, you see Aronson both
Exactly.
showing up.
And McKenzie is such an incredible player.
He's going, dude. This is the last season he's with them. Definitely, he's definitely
think
going
so?
abroad. Yeah, just like Aronson.
Maybe we'll make a video about that.
Yeah, if
but
he
as
does-
of right now, for this, he'll be there.
Yeah,
And hopefully he shows up, and maybe he'll leave a big mark with him.
and I think he will. That's why I have Philly for this prediction, winning 3-1
Yeah, I have
against maybe the Revs.
I would agree with your prediction. I think that's great. But that takes us to our second matchup right here. We have Orlando, the 4th seed, versus your boys, NYCFC.
Dude,
which
this is
the 5th seed.
dude, this is the match I'm most anticipated for.
Now,
you know?
Orlando, in my opinion, is the Cinderella team.
They were.
They were, and I think they still could be.
See, in the MLS's back tournament, they were a Cinderella story, but now they're just good. So
So that's what I'm saying.
Call it that?
To me, it's the same. I think they're building off of what that whole last season is such a. It was a train wreck. I think the way they handled it was really well. I think it was a very smart system. But they came out there and nobody thought they were going to be as good as they were.
Dude, they're just their whole entire existence is just a train wreck. You know, they haven't made the playoffs at all except this season.
But I really do like their logo, so I'm a little biased.
Their logo is pretty
No,
sick.
joking
dude.
aside, though, I think they came as a dark horse last season with the cup and everything with COVID, and I think they're still riding that momentum they have because the offseason was very short.
Yeah, dude.
I think they're going right into this, still building off that momentum. So I know they were good this season, but what kind of season was this? I'm not discrediting it, but I'm still saying I think they're still building off of last season. To me, when it comes to the season, it wasn't a hard reset. They're still building off of last year.
Yeah, especially with the new coach, Oscar Pereira.
Exactly. I think they're just getting better and better, and I don't have faith in NYCFC's coach.
See, that's the thing. I didn't, but now I do. You know, you see the stats that we're putting up right now.
Yeah.
We scored 9 goals in the last 2 games. That's immense. 5 goals against the Red Bulls. Yo, huge game. Bless up. We're looking good right now. You know.
NYCFC started the season like a disaster.
But now look, dude, we're on a 4-game winning streak.
To end the season, they started looking really good. But you gotta look at the past seasons. Everybody always has NYCFC going very far. And they keep changing their coaches. They keep changing this. They keep doing this. But this is the first season they changed their coach, but they have a worse coach.
See, this
This
is the first...
team is the same team you had last year, but worse.
See-
you won a couple in a row. That's not, I don't think it's not convincing for me. They convinced me last year. They convinced me the season before that, but they're not convincing me this season.
See,
I
this
have
is-
Orlando going far.
See, this is the first time that people don't have NYCFC going far, and that's going to make the difference because they're not going far, and I feel like they will go far.
Make me a case against that. Well, for that.
Well, for that,
Make
yo,
a case for
Tati,
that.
you know, October Player of the Month, Tati Castellanos, 6 goals, I
And
believe.
he's my
scored a
favorite.
hat-trick.
I'm an NYCFC fan, keep in mind. Now, I love him. He's my favorite player on the team, and I think Alexander Ring is an incredible leader. And their goaltender, I would say, is one of the most underrated goaltenders in the game.
He is, especially in the U.S. system on the U.S. men's national
Exactly.
team.
And I really think they have the talent. I just think they need a better coach, or they're missing one piece to the puzzle.
See, I think on paper we're a stronger team, and that's why I have us winning 2-1.
You know, if they still had David Villa, I think it'd be different.
Especially because Orlando lost their last game against Nashville at home, 3-2. That's
Every-
a weak squad that they lost to.
Everybody has an off night.
And I think this is going to be our night to shine.
I really do hope so. I do like Orlando, though, believe me. But with that being said, I still think Orlando's going to take this, though. If I would make
That's
a
fair.
prediction, I think it's going to be close.
I think so, too.
I think it's not going to be low scoring. I think it'd be like 4-3.
Okay.
And,
That's
and,
fair.
and that's after me just saying that I think their goaltender is an incredible goaltender. A goalkeeper on NYCFC, but I think he's going to let 4 past them. Because
might.
Orlando is they just keep shocking me. They
does make
wowed me
some
all last
slip-ups.
season, and I think they're still hot, and they're really going to show themselves in this game.
We'll see.
You know? But that takes us to another one.
Columbus, the 3rd seed, versus
The New Jersey Red Bulls.
6th seed.
Exactly.
You know, Columbus were early favorites to win the Shield. They were, but then Philly snatched it from them.
Exactly.
But they're still playing good. You know, they're still putting up numbers. You got the trilogy of Jossie Zardes,
Exactly.
Pedro Santos, and Zella Rayon.
Mhm.
Well, what is that now? 24 goals, right? And how many assists?
Yeah, it was 24 goals and 16 assists. The
That's
defense
crazy,
was
dude.
also very sturdy. I have it was the second best in the Eastern Conference, only conceding of 21 goals. But New York Red Bulls, nothing good comes out of Jersey.
That's
I don't
true.
think they're gonna even put up a fight.
And they're gonna be Jersey, just like every single time.
I
They're
think
gonna
they're gonna do what they do every year.
they're gonna crap out of the playoffs.
They're gonna
dude.
crap out so hard.
That's what happens every single time with them, and this
Exactly.
is gonna be no different.
And that's even before NYCFC was in the league. I never was. I found myself rooting for the Red Bulls, even though I'm from New York.
Yeah.
I just never found myself rooting for them.
You know, it's kind of I just didn't see the heart in them. You know.
Exactly. They don't seem. There's nothing about them other than their logo and the drink they sponsor.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, this is a team I want to root for.
Their fan base doesn't show up. You know, no hate.
Dude, we went to a game, an NYCFC versus New York Red Bulls game, and it was in New Jersey, right? Now, when I say that the supporter section for NYCFC was the loudest section in that entire stadium,
You're not wrong, dude.
the proof is in the pudding.
It was at least 10 decibels higher, I would say, on that day.
Exactly. Dude, I left and my ears are ringing.
Yeah, do I have for this prediction, dude? Columbus 4-0. Actually, no. Let's make it 6-0. Let's make it 6-0.
Screw that, 10-0. But it wouldn't surprise me, honestly, with the New Jersey Red Bulls.
And now we got
Toronto,
the
which
last
is your
game.
second seed.
Yeah, the last game in the Eastern Conference.
So you have Toronto, which is your second seed, and again, we don't know who they're playing, but based on our predictions, it would be Nashville.
It would be. And this is gonna be a drought, dude. This is gonna be bad for Nashville.
Well, maybe I was gonna say, because I know sometimes you like going with the sleepers, and I do too. I love an underdog story, but I think Toronto's gonna pistol whip them.
Dude, that's what's gonna happen, dude.
I think it's gonna be piss missile after piss rocket.
By Pozuelo.
Exactly, it's over for
Look,
them.
dude, look at Pozuelo. I have him winning the MVP this year. What do you have? Him or Diego Rossi?
No, I have him. I
Me
don't
too.
have Rossi.
Dude.
I like both. I really do like both players. I think they're very talented, and they're good people on and off the field. It's just I don't see Rossi taking it.
Dude, 24 points in how many games? Like 23 this year?
Exactly, dude.
He's averaging more than a point a game, Pozuelo.
He's the sauciest guy in the league right now. He's one of them. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of him. I think he's an incredible player.
You know, Toronto, they are coming off a loss,
Exactly.
but they're still the better
Again,
team.
like I said before, everybody has a bad game.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you got Althor finally playing. You know, he's not injured for
I know,
once.
and that's the biggest thing that you can say with this.
Yeah, same thing, but Pablo Piatti is injured. That's going to be a blow to them. But with all that being said, Toronto's going to win this game against Nashville.
He was injured with it was a lower body injury. It was his calf, right?
Yeah, I think it was a calf injury. He
Okay.
might be available in the later half of the playoffs.
Okay.
But that's if they do make it there.
All right.
But he might be.
Before now we're up to the Western Conference, right?
Correct.
Before we get to the Western Conference, we're just going to show you an ad for our new store that comes out. It's only about 30 seconds. And if you're listening to this in audio form, it's in a cartoon, so it's still going to sound like we're here, but it's just an ad.
Yes.
Okay.
My dudes, we are so stoked to be releasing our official online store for all the freshest hockey and soccer clothing made affordable by the fans for the fans. Totally rattles my dome with how awesome it is. Want to give me some conscious, brother?
Man, we're in the ad right now.
What?
We're in the ad right now. They're watching this.
Should we break the fourth wall? Whoa! Finally, an affordable store with clothes fans want to actually wear.
It's so affordable and authentic.
Shop now!
All right, so that was our ad, but now let's bring us back into our Western Conference predictions for the MLS Playoffs 2020.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about this first matchup.
Sporting Kansas City, number 1 seed, versus San Jose, number 8 seed.
Okay, now you would think Sporting Kansas City is going to take this.
You
And
would
you'd
think
be
so.
absolutely right.
If you're logical, yes.
If you're logical, no, not even logical. If you have, unless you're Helen Keller and you can see and hear and just know things. Well, no, she was a smart lady, I think.
Well, yeah, she didn't
Didn't
have...
she fly a plane?
No, that definitely wasn't her. That was the Wright brothers.
No. Helen Keller flew a plane.
all I'm saying is this. If she was my flight attendant and I was on that plane, I'd be super
I don't know
concerned.
if there was any other attendants or passengers on the plane, but I know at one point Helen Keller was lifted.
Call it Hope Solo.
Wow, dude, that was. Did you just make that up?
Boom.
Dude, that was pretty fresh.
Thank
Okay,
you.
but now back to this matchup. You have your first seed, Sporting Kansas City, versus your 8th seed, San Jose, or based on what people like to refer to them as, is Man Jose. And the problem with Man Jose is your only good player, in my opinion, is Wando. And the only thing I wonder about Wando is how early he will wander into retirement. I
Dude.
think he's the most overrated player, and I don't like him. I don't like anything about him.
Dude,
I don't
the
like how
only
he plays,
thing-
and I don't even like his face.
The only thing I wonder is how they even made the playoffs. They
It's
have a
pathetic.
negative 16 goal differential, San Jose. How the hell do they make the
And
playoffs on
Sporting
that?
Kansas City is coming into this on a 3-game win streak.
Dude, it's over for
It's
them.
just it's over.
Like
It's gonna
even
be
with
so fast.
even with Polito injured on Sporting Kansas City, they're still gonna be amazing. You know, they
Exactly.
still have Johnny Russell, Jeriso, Busio, so many O's, dude. But they're gonna be looking good.
Give me a prediction.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
You wanna see my prediction? Hold on. Where's my pen? Oh, it's dropped.
Oh wait, did you just lose it?
I'll show you my prediction. Okay?
Is that a working pen?
Not really. We're struggling hard here, boys. 1 second.
Is that
I
permanent?
foresaw this problem. So, bro, no one. That's my prediction. If you can see that, that's 10-1. Because I think Wando's gonna score just to spite me.
You will too. Dude,
But-
maybe a Hattie for Wanda. You
Can you
never
imagine
know.
if they actually took this? Imagine if they won this year.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Yeah, I feel
Especially when, dude, Matias Almeida, he's probably gonna get sacked after this game if he loses.
Exactly. But I think we should move on to our next one.
Let's do it.
Okay, dude. We got the Minnesota United, your 4th seed versus one of my favorite teams, the Colorado Rapids, who are your 5th seed.
Got your boy Johnny Lou on that
Dude,
team.
do you think Johnny Lou's gonna get actually playtime?
I think he will, and I think he's gonna win it for them. If I'm being honest.
Okay,
there.
I have the Rapids winning, but I am also a little biased. Again, I'm an NYCFC fan, but I have always really rooted for the Rapids.
Well, first off, dude, it's weird even seeing the Rapids on here because they shouldn't, on points, they shouldn't be here.
I
They
know.
shouldn't, but on points per game, they are here because they played like 5 less games.
exactly.
Which I don't know if that's fair because they didn't handle COVID correctly. That's why they played so much less games.
Okay.
But they're in it. They're in it.
They're here. They're here. That's
They
the
are.
past. You know, shake and bake, but they are here.
And dude, look at this right here, dude. Colorado are on a 3-game winning streak, beating Portland and Seattle on that streak,
well,
dude.
maybe you have that written down, but I have something even better written down. Johnny Lou has 5 goals in only 706 minutes played.
Dude,
To me, that's an exciting team.
he's a golden factor, you know?
Dude, he's amazing. I
He's a
love
golden
Johnny Lou.
boy.
I loved him when he was on NYCFC, and then when I heard he was getting moved, I was heartbroken. Then I finally was going to the Rapids, and I'm like, finally, this team's gonna play him. And I mean, they kind of did.
Dude, NYCFC could have used him this year. We're playing Medina instead.
Dude, don't even get me started. on
And Gary
Medina.
Mackay-Steven. Like,
I
come
can't
on, man.
stand that guy.
But, dude, Minnesota are also looking kind of good.
Minnesota,
You know?
yeah, and Minnesota's not a bad team. I'm just rooting for the Rapids. Minnesota could show up and they could really take this. I mean, Minnesota could go all the way if we're being honest.
It's weird,
but I think
Minnesota.
the Rapids are going to take this. And I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to end maybe 3-2, 2-1.
Yeah, it's
I think
very
it's going to be
weird.
a one goal. I think it's going to be a one game.
It's
you know?
very weird in Minnesota because, you know, they look good in MLS's back tournament.
Yes,
then
they
they
did.
looked a little bit shaky. Now they're looking great. Yo,
That's
they
my
got...
problem with Minnesota, and my biggest problem with all Minnesota sports. They just seem shaky, but the fans are so passionate.
Well, now, yo, their new acquisition, Emmanuel Reynoso.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
7 assists, dude. And
I know.
how many games was this? 7 assists in 13 games. Are you kidding me,
I
dude?
know.
That's incredible.
No, it is really incredible, and you can't take that from them. And again, I'm rooting for Colorado, and I hope they can take it, but Minnesota might just do it.
I'm going to give it to Minnesota just because of Kevin Molino, you know?
I think it's going to be close. Regardless, I think it's going to be a 1 point.
I'm thinking
2-1, 3-2, 4-3.
I'm thinking
I think
high
it's gonna be
scoring
close.
game.
I'm not really
4-3.
too confident with goaltenders of either. I mean, as of late, but I don't know.
I'm saying 4-3.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
I mean, believe me, I don't know. But next we have Portland Timbers, your third
Seed.
versus FC Dallas, your 6th seed.
Yeah, dude. The
I'm
boys
going
down south.
Portland. I'm going Portland, bro.
You
Timber,
gotta go Portland,
and
dude.
Timber Joey.
You know, Pommy Call, he hasn't played one game this season with an ACL tear.
I can't see Portland losing.
Me neither, dude. Look at their stats right here.
Mm.
They're the highest scoring team in the MLS with 46 goals. And right here, Diego Valeri, 8 goals, 7 assists. Ibobasi, 8 goals. Felipe Mora, 7 goals. Nezgoda, the Polish beast,
Dude, go off,
7
man. Preach it.
goals, dude. Look at those stats.
Preach it to the choir.
You can't see the stats anywhere else in the MLS. They score so many goals.
Exactly.
And I think it's because they're a 2-striker system. You know, some games they play with both strikers.
Now, here's the thing with Portland. Like I said, I can't see them losing. And if I were to make a prediction right now, Portland wins it all. I think it's going to be Portland or Orlando.
It could, but the one thing making that prediction maybe go south is Ibobasi, his status is unclear. Nezgoda,
But we still have some time.
he will be out. For how long? I don't know. But that's 2 of your best players right there gonna be out for this game.
Oh, well, they have a solid coach, and hopefully he can pull it together. Portland's been impressive all season.
They had been.
And
That's very true.
they have one of the best fan bases I've ever seen, and I wish they could really show up because I feel like that advantage would help them out.
Yeah, their fan base is immaculate, especially with
the
the new
fan base is
stadium.
the loss of those 2 guys. Things aren't looking great for them, but I don't have that much faith in Dallas.
Yeah, dude, if they could ride in that stadium just like
Yeah.
they're doing in the streets,
And dude,
it could be a good atmosphere.
I'm not nurking on Dallas, but I don't know. They don't impress me.
Yeah, Barrios is having a decent season. Same with Hollingshead, but that's about it. Nobody really else.
Yeah, no. If I am to make a prediction, without those guys, I think Dallas is going to put up at least 1. I think it's going to be 3-1, 4-1.
Yeah, my thing is Dallas is on a 3-game winning streak, so I think they're gonna lose by 3 goals. 3-0 Portland.
Huh, strange.
Yeah, I think it's like a superstition type
Strange
thing.
method to the madness.
It
but
is a
I like
strange,
that.
logical decision, but I think
I
it's
like
gonna pay
that.
dividends.
What time is it? Oh, I think we're up to our last matchup.
I think we are too.
We have Seattle, your 2nd seed, versus LAFC, your 7th seed.
Don't let the number deceive you, though. They're still super lethal, dude.
Exactly.
You know that.
Carlos Vela, how's he looking?
This is probably, well, first off, this is probably the most interesting matchup. And,
It's weird. In so many different ways, it's just weird.
and now, like you said, dude, Carlos Vela, he's finally back.
Exactly.
He scored on his debut, coming back, dude,
And
in
that's
the 90th
huge.
minute.
That is huge.
That is huge, dude.
That it's so tremendous, and I have like written here, LAFC is seeded 7, right? But don't sleep on them.
They're still a great team, dude. And now, the front three might be better than Portland. Okay, they might have the best front three in the whole entire league. If I'm being honest, Brian Rodriguez, Carlos Vela, and Diego Rossi. Who
Exactly.
Diego Rossi is the Golden Boot winner with 16 goals, which is insane, dude.
That's what I'm saying. You can't forget about that.
But then you can't forget about Seattle Sounders either.
Seattle won. What was it 2 seasons ago now? Wasn't
Do the
last season,
math.
right? No.
Dude, I'm having a brain fart right
That's
now.
why I'm all confused because of just everything going on right now.
Who won last season? I think it was Seattle.
I thought they won the year before, wasn't it?
No, I think that was Atlanta. Atlanta was 2018. So
2018.
that means 2019 was
Oh,
Seattle.
you're right. See, the COVID Cup and this pause of play just really messes me up.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that being said, don't knock us for the knowledge. We do a lot of stuff. Sometimes it gets a little confusing.
It does.
But with that being said, I don't know, man.
Because you see Seattle, they're coming in with a lot of confidence. They just demolished San Jose 4-1.
Exactly.
But yet again, that is San Jose. But still, they did demolish them. So, I don't know. It's going to be a close one, dude.
Exactly.
And you look at their front three, Rui Diaz, 12 goals, Jordan Morris, 10 goals, Nicholas Lodero, 7 goals, 10 assists. They're looking good, dude.
Exactly.
It's going to be a close
They are
one.
looking incredible. Who do you have taking this?
What did I have written down here? Ooh, this is an interesting one. 1-1, tie, going to penalties. Gonna give it to 5-4 on penalties to Seattle. That's my final prediction.
That's pretty
Pretty in depth.
way more elaborate than mine. I have 3-1 LAFC.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do have.
I like the way you
I
think.
think Vela's gonna have a hat trick.
You think so? All 3 goals?
Yeah, I think he's gonna really lead them.
It is possible, dude.
But I hope so.
With that being said, I think that
Until
just
we go
about wraps
further
up.
into this, I think that's all we can do right now.
Yeah, the first round predictions, and we will come out with second round predictions
Of
as
course,
well.
if this does good, hopefully it does.
Yeah.
I think the last time we made predictions, it did pretty well.
It did do pretty well, yeah.
Right? Okay.
The NHL,
And the
one.
NHL ones, yeah, those do good too.
Yeah.
I guess that with that being said, this is our latest installment of 2 Shots of Sauce, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.